Hi, I'm Paul Wise, the General Surgery Residency Program Director here at Washington University in St. Louis. And I'm honored and proud to take you on a private and casual tour of both our medical center as well as the Department of Surgery. And in addition, I'm going to take you on a little bit of a trip through St. Louis, as well as to our training centers where the residents also train here in town. I'm located here in Hope Plaza, which is an area where our patients and our staff come for quiet and solitude. It's located in the center of our campus. It's also located between Barnes-Jewish Hospital, one of the top hospitals in the country, as well as Washington University in St. Louis, one of the top academic and research schools of medicine within the United States. And so you can imagine if you take the power of those two institutions and bring them together in our Department of Surgery and our surgical training program, why our surgical training program is one of the top programs in the country. So come along with me. I'm honored to have you, and I hope you enjoy the tour. Thank you. Unfortunately for you, this will not be a TikTok video. Welcome to the Mary Culver Department of Surgery Offices of Surgical Education. This entire floor is located under the chairman's office and is dedicated to surgical education. These offices are where the Vice Chair of Surgical Education, as well as myself as the Program Director and the Medical Student Clerkship Director have their offices located. We also have offices for our Administrative Chief Residents there. This is the Bricker Lounge and Library. I'm going to give you a separate tour of that space. This is the Wall of Honor. So these are prior graduates of the program who've gone on to do amazing things within academic as well as community surgery across the country and really make us incredibly proud. Welcome. Welcome to the Bricker Lounge and Library. This is a space that's only available to the surgical residents as well as the coordinators in the Department of Surgery. This is on the floor that's just below the chairman's office. I'm in the kitchen here, and there's a coffee machine that's available in here 24/7. There's also a lounge area that's located here with workout equipment. As I mentioned, we're going to be adding a Peloton to this space and then moving the exercise equipment to a dedicated room just for wellness. You can see there's plenty of space to be able to hang out and lounge here, as well as a work area that's just behind this wall, somewhat segregated from the lounge area. And you oftentimes find the residents who are on call after hours hanging out in this area so they're able to congregate and help each other out when needed. Welcome to our brand new state-of-the-art education center. This is up adjacent to the chairman's office and one of the multitude of educational areas that are available for both student as well as resident and fellow training within the Department of Surgery. This is our crown jewel for surgical education. This is the Washington University Institute of Surgical Education, and we're incredibly proud of this space, so I'm excited to give you a tour. So as I mentioned, this is a space dedicated to surgical education. So the entirety of this space is available to the residents and to other trainees to be able to work on all kinds of models. So we've got cadaver models, animate models, inanimate models, high fidelity and low fidelity models. But all of this space is available during the day for the residents to be able to come and work on what they need to work on. And this space is dedicated just to the surgical trainees. So it's really a fantastic space, usable by all. So this is even more space dedicated to the trainees, areas where they can work on endoscopic skills as well as technical skills such as suturing and knot tying. But in addition to that, our crown jewel area here within the skills lab is the robotics training room. And so we have a multitude of robotic trainers that are here available to the trainees to be able to practice their skills and perfect them before they get to the operating room. Let me take you to one more room. And this is yet another space within the simulation lab that gives you the chance to work on your laparoscopic skills, to refine them before you go to the operating room, as well as to do your FLS training and to work on certification in that regard. And this is a low pressure environment, unencumbered by the pressures in the operating room. We also have an FES trainer as well that's in a separate space. This is actually a resident-only workspace. I want to show this to you where there's plenty of space to get work done, as well as locker storage space should you need it. There are actually bathrooms and a closet down there. Great lounge space that's here with television. And then also a kitchen area. You got refrigerators for storage, a microwave, even a coffee machine. And there's a ton of space to work and relax if you need to, get anything done you need. And this is resident only, as I mentioned, so don't tell anybody, but I actually had to borrow a residence badge to get in here. This is an example of one of our on-call rooms. You've got a workspace, obviously the bed. You've got a locker to be able to store things, and then you've got a door that locks from the inside for your safety and privacy. There's a multitude of ICU rooms, both on North Campus as well as South Campus here at Barnes-Jewish Hospital. This is actually a view from one of our ICU rooms here in Parkview Tower. So why don't you join me while we take a little tour of some of the operating rooms. I just wanted to show you one of our expansive operating rooms here in Parkview Tower. This happens to be one of the XI robot rooms. As a matter of fact, each of the XI robot rooms has dual consoles. Great for teaching. This is the Center for Advanced Medicine, our outpatient facility, as well as the Siteman Cancer Center, which is the region's only NCI-designated cancer center. I wanted to show you a space known as the Link. This is above-ground passageways that are available throughout the medical center to allow you to get from your parking area all the way to any of the service or hospital areas without necessarily having to go outside and be exposed to the elements. I'm proud to show you the availability of public transportation right here located on the Medical Center campus. You can see that our MetroLink Center is being renovated and updated currently, but this train allows you to get as far east as Illinois to the other side of the river, as well as downtown to Busch Stadium and to the Enterprise Center. In addition, you can go west to the airport and to Maplewood. And this is a spectacular resource for our trainees. This is a shot from the top of Parkview Tower. You see Kings Highway there. You see Forest Park. And Forest Park is actually the largest municipal park in the United States, bigger than Central Park. Welcome to the St. Louis Zoo, the crown jewel of Forest Park. Of course, it's one of the best zoos in the world. And you guessed it, that's right, it's free. Yes, that's right, free admission to the zoo. Just like there's free admission to so many of the venues in Forest Park. And it's what makes living in this city so incredibly affordable. And the amazing thing is, it's right across from the front door of the hospital. One of my favorite things about Forest Park is the Art Museum. Not only is it a spectacular free venue, but that hill behind me is fantastic for sledding in the winter and makes for a great venue for free concerts and free movies in the summertime. One of the many free venues to enjoy in Forest Park is the Missouri History Museum. As I mentioned, Forest Park is one of the largest municipal parks in the country. It's got 2 golf courses and amazing amenities. Behind me is the Muni. It's the largest outdoor municipal auditorium in the world, and Broadway shows play here every summer. Well, unfortunately not this summer, but every other summer. Yet another free venue in Forest Park is the Science Center, an incredibly fun place to actually be actively involved in science. They've got a really cool Omnimax screen as well, and it's also attached to the planetarium, which is behind me. That does charge a small fee, but it's absolutely worth the price. Now, if you're looking for something fun to do in Forest Park, or in St. Louis, it's really hard to beat the scooter. So what I would recommend is try the scooters! While the medical center is on the east side of Forest Park, on the west side of Forest Park is the undergraduate campus of Washington University. Recently revitalized, the area is really beautiful and worth a tour. I'm going to take you on a little tour of a vibrant area that's just north of the medical center campus known as the Central West End. This is an area with shops, restaurants, and bars, and many of our residents live in this area. And let's check out the Grove, one of the coolest neighborhoods, and it's right near the hospital. And no tour of St. Louis would be complete without IKEA. And while you're here, don't forget your Mulig? Just a block from the Veterans Affairs Medical Center is Powell Hall, home of the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra, an absolutely spectacular venue for classical music. Just another block away from Powell Hall and the VA Medical Center is the Fox Theater, an absolutely beautiful venue to see Broadway-style shows. The residents actually have department-sponsored tickets to this venue and have even been able to see Hamilton and other amazing shows. And then there's the Enterprise Center, home of the Stanley Cup champion Blues. Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues. Stanley Cup champions, baby. Let's go Blues. And a St. Louis tour would not be complete without my favorite place, Busch Stadium, home of the Cardinals. And then there's the awesome Ballpark Village for, before the game, after the game, or even in between games. Let's go Cardinals. Let's go Cardinals. And of course, there's a little something you may have heard about. Yep, that's right, the Gateway Arch, 630 feet high. What am I? I'm an arch support. Behind me is St. Louis Children's Hospital. It's right here in the center, in the heart of the medical complex. And another community hospital at Barnes Jewish Christian Hospital Northeast in North County, St. Louis. And this is yet another one of our rotation sites. This is the John Cochran Veterans Affairs Medical Center. And the new Barnes Jewish West County Hospital, which is about 20 minutes from downtown. I'm standing here in Forest Park, and behind me is the mothership, Barnes Jewish Hospital, one of the best hospitals in the country. With almost 1,300 beds and a level 1 trauma center, there is plenty to keep the surgical residents busy. The complexity of the surgical disease that we take care of there is tremendous. As a tertiary and quaternary care center, we see it all. And by the time you're done with training at Barnes Jewish Hospital and Washington University, you will have seen it all, and you will feel comfortable taking care of anything. Now imagine pairing that with Washington University, one of the best medical schools in the country, and you can fully understand why the surgical training here is second to none.
There you go.
I probably will not smile.
Why not?
All right, is that okay? You can tell why this would be an amazing venue to train in for out of, under. Okay, so Mom wants a video, so we have to pretend like we're happy, pretend like you're driving well, pretend like we haven't almost died a few times, and look, an arch. You can always meet me at the museo, and that's my daughter getting in the shot. These are actually residents in their natural environment, rarely seen out in the wild, but frequently seen here in the hospital, staring at screens and getting work done, saving lives.